Hey guys! So today I wanted to do a 50 things about me video since a lot of you have been asking for me to tell you more about myself, and yeah, I just thought it would be fun. If you don't know me, you're just finding this, I'm Mari, by the way. That's not one of the facts. Okay. When I introduce myself to people sometimes though, if they can't understand my name or how to pronounce it, I always tell people it's like calamari. I am just awkwardly filming myself. Don't mind me. So awkward. My flatmates think I'm very weird filming this. Okay. You know, I'm just not gonna care. Awkward Mari, that's a fact. I'm very awkward and I've just learned to embrace it. That's fine. So I was born and raised in California, United States of America. No matter where else I go or live, I will always be a Californian through and through. Represent. I have an older sister and a younger brother, which makes me the middle child. I have like a pad thai obsession. If I see it on the menu somewhere, I just have to order it because I always am wondering, like, what's it like here? Every place you go, it's different, and I'm always on the search for like the best pad thai. My first job ever was at a bathing suit shop, and that was when I was 15 in the summer in high school. The only other people who worked there were two women in their 60s. It was a hoot. Yeah. I love hiking. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like, being in the mountains is a happy place for me. I love being surrounded by trees. I also, though, however, love being on the water. Being on boats is my other favorite thing ever in life. It's just so good, so good. I love boats. Captain. So the whole captain thing, in case you're wondering, it all started with, I got a captain's hat to wear for Halloween a few years ago, and then I don't know, I like had it in my bag or something, so then I started wearing it for other things too. Like, I don't know, I went on a booze cruise and I wore it, and then I just started wearing it for other things, and then it became kind of like a joke, Captain Mari. But I also found that when I was wearing the captain's hat, I would have really good times, and like I would make so many friends, like random people would come up to me, so it became like a joke. I would wear it. So yeah, that's kind of where the captain's thing comes from. Now my blog is called Captain's Log, and that's kind of also because I love the show Twin Peaks, and the log lady is my favorite character, and so it also became this joke. When I lived in Brooklyn, I went to my friend's rooftop. She had like a rooftop party one day, and there was a log there, and so I was carrying it around like the log lady from Twin Peaks. So then it became kind of a joke that I was like log lady, and then captain's hat, log, captain's log, hey! I wear contacts and or glasses. I'm pretty much blind. Since moving out after high school, I've lived in 3 different US cities: Seattle, Los Angeles, and New York. I was one of the editors-in-chief of my high school yearbook, like a super nerd. I even went to a yearbook camp. Yeah, let me tell you, it's super cool. Super cool. As a kid, one of my favorite things to do was rearrange my bedroom, like rearrange the furniture. Yeah, once again, I was a really cool kid. I would make like little floor plans and like draw it all out, and then like rearrange my room every way possible. I thought it was really cool. For a while, I wanted to be an interior designer. I even took classes, and yeah, it's still decorating, interior decorating and stuff is one of my favorite things. Over time, I've had a bunch of different jobs and wanted to do a bunch of different things. I've done everything from obviously restaurant work, but I've also worked in offices. I worked for the city of Santa Monica. I've worked for production companies in LA. I've worked for big clothing companies. I've done casting. So many different things. I find it's good to try a lot of different jobs, especially when you're young. See what you like and what you don't like. Usually I ended up finding what I didn't like more of what I liked. Yeah, I worked in nonprofits. No regrets. My full name is Mari Ko. It's Japanese. I am half Japanese. The other half is a mix. My dad's side has pretty much been in America since before America was a country, so but it's mostly English, a little bit of Dutch, Swiss, German. I think that's about it. Yep. One of my direct ancestors signed the Declaration of Independence. Shout out to Oliver Wolgett, second to last person to sign. The only sport I've ever done was swim team. I did that for like from age like 6 to 13. Still really like swimming. Not that good now though. I also tap danced for a few years when I was about age 9. I also played the flute when I was 10, 11. I was horrible at it though. Really not very good. I would just like, I knew all the finger positions, but I was bad at making the sound, so I would just pretend sometimes. I love picnics. They're one of my favorite things to do. Like eating outdoors. So fun, especially if I can watch something at the same time, like a movie or a concert. So good. I love the game Flip Cup. It's like, I'm really not a competitive person, but when it comes to Flip Cup, I'll be all in. If I've been drinking and there are cups around, you'll probably find me trying to start a game. I awkwardly laugh a lot. But you know, sorry not sorry, it's just the way I am. If it makes you uncomfortable, I think that's more of your problem than mine, so I will keep awkwardly laughing, yes. I've always had a dream of having a stall at a flea market. I always thought that would be so cool. Worms really freak me out. I can't explain. Out of all the insects, you wouldn't think worms would be the scariest to me, but worms, I'm not a very good speller. I really am not. I'm kind of dyslexic with right and left. Like, I get confused with right and left. I have to always think about which hand I write with, which is my right. If I'm in a car and I'm giving directions or you're giving me directions, I might go the wrong way. Like, I'll be driving and someone is like, okay, turn right up here, and I'll be in the left-hand lane and they're like, no, turn right. I'm like, I am turning right. It gets real tricky on road trips sometimes, but ultimately, I think I got it. I went to the University of Washington in Seattle. I majored in political science and minored in history. Libraries are one of my favorite types of buildings, especially old ones that are like super awesome. Every time I go to a new city, I'm like, I wonder what their library is like. Because once again, I'm a nerd. I've never ever done a cartwheel in my life. One of my guilty pleasures is The Bachelor, Bachelorette TV show. And I don't have enough Wi-Fi here to watch it, and it's really sad. I'm a night owl. I can stay up all night. Sometimes I'm my most creative at night, and yeah, I like the night, you know? I'm not a very good morning person, no. But if I have to get up early, especially for something like a flight or something, like, I will never complain. I don't like to complain about things, logistics of travel as far as getting up early. I mean, it sucks in the moment, but I always think like the benefit of the travel is so much, it's like so worth it that like, why are you gonna complain? You're going somewhere awesome. Not worth it. JTDHAGT is my life motto. And if you don't know what that means, it means just trying to have a good time. Yeah, it's just basically all about, you know, life is what you make it. Just try to have a good time and life will be good. So much better. JTDHAGT. Walking is like my favorite form of transportation. If I have the option to walk somewhere, I will always choose walking over other things. It's a good way to see cities and new places, just walking around, and I don't know, I just love walking. It helps clear my mind, and it's very eco-friendly, and good exercise, so many good things. Pet peeve of mine is walking behind slow walkers and you're trying to get around them and you can't get around, and it's like, ah! Especially living in New York City when you're like late for work or somewhere and you're trying to walk really fast and there are people. It's the one thing that will bother me sometimes. The first concert I ever went to was Britney Spears in 1999. Yeah, it was really awesome. I love free things. I can't pass them up. Like, free samples and stuff. Oh, going to Costco, oh, so fun. Even if I don't want the free thing, I will take the free thing because I'm like, yeah, free stuff. Cockatoos. I really like all aspects of travel, especially the transportation part. Like, being on airplanes, trains, buses, I think is so fun. I pretty much save all my money for travel, like all my extra money just goes straight towards travel. In general, I prefer experiences and not things, and I'd rather spend my money on doing something awesome than like having something awesome, because the memories are so much better, I think. The first place I ever went overseas was Paris when I was 12, and I think Paris will always hold a special place in my heart because of it. The only language that I semi kind of speak is French. I took it for 5 years in school, but like from ages 12 to 17. I forget so much, but I'd love to learn more languages. I was a vegetarian for 10 years. Actually though, I ate seafood, although I never liked the word pescatarian because I think it sounds pretentious. But recently, a few months ago, I decided to start eating meat again just because, I don't know, for traveling I wanted to be able to try all the foods, and I always told myself if I ever wanted to eat meat again, I would. And so one day came and I decided to eat it, and now I eat it again. Not that often, but still. Last but not least, I love water. I drink water all the time. You can often find me with a reusable water bottle and drinking water. Yep. Fun fact. Alright, so those were my 50 things about me. I hope you feel like you know me a little bit better now. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I do travel related stuff, and you can follow me on Instagram. I post there, and Snapchat and Facebook. I don't have that much Wi-Fi at the moment, so I can't post that often, but I'm trying. And I hope all you are doing well. Bye. Okay, so I just got here. I just met up with my new boss, and I went to the house where I'm staying, and I will show you that later.